this week I don't have a particular topic to talk about. The most recent really cool thing that we did is that my school got to go to visit this hand clinic, and we got to try out a lot of the different technology that they use, which was really, really cool. We got to try e-stim, we got to try ice packs, heat packs, ultrasound, and fluidotherapy. I think that's what it was called. It's like corn husks and um, hot air. So that was really neat just to try and see kind of what those different technologies were like and how they felt in case we ever come across them in practice. So that was probably the most exciting thing that's happened as of recently. Otherwise, it's just been pretty much going to class, studying. At the moment, we're in the middle of a lot of different projects. We have a community stats project where in the beginning of the semester we got into a group, or we had a group, and we picked a topic that we wanted to research and run a research project on. Now, this is obviously not a very high-tech research study. We just chose something that could be executed really easily, and my group chose to look at occupational balance and whether or not occupational therapy students and occupational therapists implement occupational balance into their own lives. So throughout the semester, we've been writing up our research and running our data, sending out a survey, all that good stuff. So that's something we have in progress right now. We're also working on student-led groups and kind of what is it like to be an OT working with a group in a group setting. So we've had to, we sort of got this make-believe group and this make-believe topic, and we've had to develop and design one group meeting, and then we have to actually run it. So this week I'll be running my group meeting, and we'll see. I'm really excited about it, actually. It's been a lot of fun to think of how can we make this topic really interesting and really engage the people that are going to be in our group, which is just our fellow students pretending to be characters. But I mean, the whole point is to get comfortable and get used to the idea of if you ever did have to run a group, how would you do it? So that's another project we have in progress. We're also working on another stats project, so we really have two stats projects that are going on right now, and that one is just talking about assessments and kind of we're learning how to go through an assessment manual and interpret it and look at it if we've never really been exposed to it before. So we have to go pick, my school has a library of assessment, or a library with assessment manuals. My school has a library with assessment manuals, and we have to go pick an assessment manual and find out a bunch of different information within that assessment and see how that assessment is run and all that good stuff. So that's another project we have underway. It's really, at this point, a lot of projects, which is very different than the beginning of the semester. In the beginning of the semester, there were a lot more short-term assignments that were maybe a week long, and right now we're working on projects that are multiple weeks long and are basically due right before finals. So there's nothing else, I don't think, really huge that we're going to be doing until sort of our finals, and then at the end of the semester my school has this big thing they keep talking about called ICE, which is like intercurriculated event, or I have no idea what it stands for, something like that, where we're supposed to, I think, do this project where we incorporate everything that we've learned throughout the semester into one project. They keep like alluding to it and mentioning like, oh, ICE, as if it's this big thing and it's worth a lot of our grades, but honestly they haven't talked to us about what it really is, so I have no idea. But pretty much all we have is to finish these projects that we have in progress right now, and then we have our ICE, and then it's done, and the semester's over, and I'll be done with OT school. Well, okay, the first semester of OT school. So it's kind of crazy. It's already November, and it's just I think I said this at midterms. It was going to be all downhill from here, and honestly, it's like we're basically done with the first semester, which is really exciting, but also a little scary because everyone talks about how our second semester we have anatomy, and so it's supposed to be really intense and a lot more work. So we'll see how that goes. I just wanted to throw it out there that if anyone has any questions about kind of how things have been going for me, always feel free to ask them. I kind of just talk about whatever I want to talk about. So if anyone has something in particular they'd really like to hear about, I'm open to talking about whatever. I just have a lot of fun kind of sharing what I've been doing. So that's all for now. I hope you have a great day. Bye.